was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my voice name.
You know how the rest goes. The actor has been banned from attending the ceremony for the next 10 years for slapping Chris Rock.
Yes, we heard something about that. That's correspondent Monica Ricks. Wins News Time 418. Actors and celebrities take to social media for all sorts of reasons to promote a project or perhaps an issue. Actress Sarah Paulson is trying to find her friend's dog. The friend, Clementine Ford, says she dropped her dog Winnie with a woman at a pet-sitting platform and her dog disappeared. Ford alleges the dog sitter chucked the dog's collar in the trash, made off with the dog. Paulson posted, quote, "This woman stole my friend's dog. Share far and wide. I'm begging you." Spokesperson for the dog-sitting company says the situation is being investigated. Among the items to be divvied up in a divorce, the house, maybe, savings, season tickets, and art. And it can get pricey. Really pricey.
The collection belonged to New York real estate developer Harry Maslow and his ex-wife Linda. The Roscoes, Warhols, Richters, and Twombleys they purchased as a couple over the past 50 years went for $922 million. That surpasses the $835 million record set 4 years ago by the estate of David and Peggy Rockefeller. The 65-piece Maslow collection was sold in 3 batches. Sotheby's chief executive tells the Wall Street Journal high-end art sales are on fire because what else are you going to invest in right now?
Point taken. That's correspondent Deborah Rodriguez. Wednesday News Time 419. Headlines up next.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-417-5101 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-417-5101. That's 800-417-5101. What do you have to lose? Call 800-417-5101. Again, 800-417-5101.
John Legend and Jason Derulo in concert at UBS Arena, May 29th. And 1010 Wins wants you to be there. You'll have 2 chances every weekday to win a pair of tickets. Listen between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. for your chance to win.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. It's 75 degrees at 420. I'm Bud Mishkin. Here's what's happening. White supremacy will not have the last word. The words of President Biden in Buffalo today. The President and the First Lady in Buffalo paying respects to the families of the 10 victims of this weekend's racially motivated mass shooting. With numbers on the rise, New York City is once again at the high COVID-19 alert level. NYPD Hate Crime Task Force investigating a BB gun shot at a Jewish man in a Bedford-Stuyvesant synagogue. New York State Assemblyman proposing state aid to indigent women seeking abortions with the possibility looming of the overturning of Roe v. Wade. And in 1010 Wins entertainment news, an honor for the notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls. Wall Street, big day. Dow Jones up 431 points. NASDAQ up 321 points. Sports bets are playing a game that was rescheduled after last night's rainout, and they're leading the Cardinals 3-0 at Citi Field in the 4th inning. AccuWeather, a clear, brisk, cool night. Low 54 in Midtown, mid-upper 40s in the inland suburbs. It's time, 421. That's time for traffic and transit. It's Greg Ray.
Now, getting worse on the northbound and west side, trying to get you out of town. The fire department rolled up. A couple of trucks are on the northbound and west side of the 150s responding to a crash. Only the left lane goes on the northbound and west side. Nobody really does. Standstill from the Intrepid. If you can use Riverside Drive as an end around, you're going to find a better ride. Not that anything is really perfect getting you out of town. Everything is some kind of slow. Looking at the Lincoln Tunnel now getting into the city. That's about 20 minutes. Outbound 20 to 30, 30 to 45. At the outbound Holland, the outbound Skyway still slam back to Jersey City and Broadway being cause of a breakdown, knocking out the left lane. The westbound Newark Bay extension, while not perfect, is going to treat you a whole lot better. Bronx River Parkway bad either way to East Fremont Avenue. Looks like a southbound crash getting through the area. And word of a northbound wreck on the Henry Hudson Parkway getting up between Broadway and the Moshlu, loading you right on back past Turnpike, Guyville, and on to the Bronx-bound Henry Hudson Bridge. Traffic is sponsored by Hint Water. Hint is pure water infused with surprisingly true fruit flavors, including watermelon, blackberry, and cherry. No sugar, no sweeteners, no calories. Available in your local grocery store or at drinkhint.com. Hint water with a touch of true fruit flavor. I'm Greg Wright on 1010 Wins.
Domestic terrorism. That's how President Biden today described Saturday's racially motivated mass shooting in Buffalo. After meeting privately with the families of the 10 victims and with first responders and local officials, the president spoke to the city of Buffalo and to the nation.
We have to refuse to live in a country where black people going about a weekly grocery shopping can be gunned down by weapons of war deployed in a racist cause. We have to refuse to live in a country where fear and lies are packaged for power and for profit.
Earlier in the day, the president and the first lady arrived in Buffalo to pay their respects to the victims and their families. Here's correspondent Steve Dorsey.
The president and first lady paid tribute to the victims of Saturday's attack at the Top supermarket here by visiting a makeshift memorial set up outside the store. At the pile of balloons, candles, and flowers, the president quietly put his hand over his heart and then made the sign of the cross. The couple then stepped back as a group, including New York Senator Chuck Schumer, laid a bouquet of flowers at the site.
And during his subsequent address, the president condemned white supremacy as a, quote, poison, and called on Americans to reject the replacement theory espoused by the accused murderer in the Buffalo mass shooting. Wins News Time, 424. New York City is back to a high COVID-19 alert level. Infection rates in the 5 boroughs have been rising steadily for more than 2 months. This week, the city reported its highest average number of new infections since late January, and today's designation includes the recommendation, not a mandate, but a recommendation that we wear masks in public indoor settings. And the City Department of Education is also offering updated guidance. That recommendation is to wear a mask to everyone age 2 and older in all public indoor settings, including school and early education programs, even if it's not required. Meanwhile, the FDA is recommending a COVID booster shot for healthy kids ages 5 to 11.
More than a quarter of children ages 5 to 11 years old could soon be able to get a third shot of COVID vaccine if the CDC agrees on Thursday with the FDA's decision today to expand Pfizer and BioNTech boosters to this age group. Studies suggest that children who got their first 2 shots at least 2 months before the Omicron wave saw less than 30% vaccine effectiveness against symptomatic infection. But in older children who were able to get a booster, effectiveness was as high as 70%.
Correspondent Alexander Tin. Actor Johnny Depp's ex-wife Amber Heard back on the stand today in Depp's defamation trial. For a third day, she testified about her marriage to Depp, saying that she's had trouble moving on with her life.
I have to be here today. I can be reliving it every single time. Being with these states of disease, being released these comments, once again, makes me have to state this most horrifying things I have lived through.
Heard was then cross-examined by Depp's attorneys. Depp is suing Heard for a December 2018 op-ed she wrote in the Washington Post, describing herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. His attorneys say he was defamed by the article, even though it never mentioned him by name. Wins News Time, 426 now. Bloomberg's Money Watch. Here's Andrew O'Day.
Stock rally now added 431 today. NASDAQ jumped 322. S&P 500 up 81. Lending a strong hand to stocks was today's big economic report. Commerce Department says U.S. retail sales increased 0.9% in April after rising at upwardly revised 1.4% in March, suggesting that inflation isn't severely altering consumer behavior. At least not yet. Although it was a strong day for most of Wall Street, shares of Walmart fell today by the most since 1987, more than 11%. After the world's biggest store chain posted strong sales for the just finished quarter, but weak overall profits, along with a cut to its profit prediction for the remainder of the year due largely to inflation and specifically food inflation. Home Depot is raising its sales forecast for the year after posting a surprise increase in revenue last quarter from the same quarter last year, which was smack in the middle of the pandemic home improvement boom. Home Depot shares up almost 2% today. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Andrew O'Day for 1010 Wins.
Now this message, if you're a shorter guy, visit PeterManningNYC.com for the best fitting clothes. That's PeterManningNYC.com. Wins News Time, 427.
1-877 Car Circuit, KARS Car Circuit.
your kids. Donate your car today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. With gas prices at all-time highs, now's the time to donate.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
With your donation, you'll receive a tax deduction and vacation vouchers, so donate today. Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so you only pay for what you need, Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 and 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Now, local businesses can get close to every customer in their city with fast, affordable shipping. Introducing USPS Connect Local. You want speed? We deliver same or next day. You want savings? We give you supplies at a flat rate. You want less legwork? We do free pickup. Move your local business forward with the United States Postal Service. Let's connect at USPSConnect.com/local. Specific markets, restrictions apply. Same day or next day delivery expected, but not guaranteed with entry close to final destination.
Want the news without the noise? Then catch Dan Abrams and Ashley Banfield back-to-back. Weeknights starting at 9, 8 Central on the fastest-growing cable news network in America, News Nation. Go to newsnationnow.com/join us to find your television provider. Now the Allergy Alert forecast, sponsored by ENT and Allergy Associates. To book your same-day appointment online today. Tomorrow's outlook is medium high, with oak, birch, and maple the predominant pollen. Beautiful day today, nice night tonight, clear, brisk, and cool, low 54 in Midtown. Good afternoon, I'm Bud Mishkin. When's news time at the Tone? 4:30.
Good afternoon, I'm Lori Madden. The NYPD is investigating yet another suspected anti-Semitic incident. This time, a BB gun pellet came through the window of a synagogue in Bed-Stuy. The shattered glass in one window remains a day later after someone in a car shot a BB gun at the synagogue on Spencer Street. Congregants on edge.
Everyone gets concerned when you hear such attacks. I mean, it's possible and it makes no sense.
The NYPD says someone in that same late model black Ford SUV also shot an 18-year-old identifiably Jewish in the neck. Council member Lincoln Ressler says this area of Bed-Stuy has in recent years seen an influx of the Hasidic community, and there are some growing pains.
We have to make sure that neighbors understand one another's customs and traditions and ways of life, and that, you know, we continue to coexist, because that's the Brooklyn way.
You can see surveillance video and a photo of the SUV at 1010wins.com. Samantha Leitman, 1010 Wins in Bed-Stuy. Wednesday on 4:31, time for traffic and transit with Greg Rice.
Lori, the northbound west side continues to be the story because you've got multiple lanes out on the northbound west side highway near West 158th Street. You got the crash in the right lane, fire department in the right and center, and the mess all the way on back from the Intrepid. Not that anything else is perfect. Everything's some kind of sloppy getting you out of town. Now, the city-bound George, you're starting to lose that battle, too. You're looking at least 30 minutes into and across on the upper and about 20 minutes on the inbound lower. Lincoln's about 20 to 30 in or out. Holland Tunnel, 20 minutes in from the Skyway, better from the Turnpike. Outbound Holland, you're looking at 45 plus out of lower Manhattan, and then it gets fast. The outbound Skyway slammed over to Jersey City and Broadway. That's with a breakdown in the left lane. Yeah, it's still better on the Newark Bay, but it's not a clear-cut answer because the Newark Bay is starting to slow over to 14A with everybody just trying to find another way home. The ride right now in Brooklyn, westbound belt at Bay Parkway, that's a breakdown. You got a lane out, and you got a mess all the way back from Flatbush. Eastbound slows from the Verrazano Narrows Bridge all the way back to Cross Bay Boulevard. Staten Island Expressway slammed westbound right off the Verrazano over to the West Shore Expressway. In a jam, call the Barnes Firm traffic tip line at 844-JAM-1010. That's 844-JAM-1010. Traffic sponsored by the Barnes Firm. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Wins.
I'm attorney Rich Barnes. If you've been in a car crash, choosing the right firm is crucial to get the help you need and the best result possible.
Now the AccuWeather morning forecast. Here is meteorologist Brian Thompson.
So, Lori, it's been a warm afternoon. Temperatures have gotten well into the 70s with a fair amount of sunshine, but there has been a strong gusty wind blowing over 30 miles per hour. With frequent gusts, we even had a couple of gusts close to 40 miles per hour this afternoon. Now, that wind will diminish heading into tonight while we're mostly clear skies. And it's going to be on the cool side, despite it being a pretty warm afternoon. We'll drop to 54 in the city tonight, mid to upper 40s for the inland suburbs. Now, tomorrow, sunshine will mix with and probably fade behind increasing afternoon clouds, a high of 72. And it will turn out cloudy tomorrow night. We'll see some showers, which will be most frequent later on. Low tomorrow night, 58. A few showers into Thursday morning, then clouds and a few breaks of sunshine into the afternoon. Thursday's high about 73. We'll see some sunshine Friday. We'll turn warmer and a bit more humid, a high near 80. And a hot and humid day on Saturday with a fair amount of sunshine, high close to 90. Right now, 75 degrees. It's partly sunny in Midtown. We're going down to 54. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson on New York's weather station, 1010 Wind.
No matter the weather, it's a perfect day to consider getting a COVID-19 booster as recommended by the CDC. Brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Wednesday time, 4:34. Elon Musk continuing to raise possible red flags ahead of his deal to buy Twitter.
The billionaire Tesla CEO says his $44 billion offer to buy Twitter can't move forward unless the company can show that less than 5% of the accounts on the platform are fake or spam. At the All-In Technology Summit in Miami on Monday, Musk estimated that at least 20% of Twitter's accounts are spam bots, maybe higher. He spent a good portion of the day in a back and forth with Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal, who was explaining his company's estimates and ongoing efforts to fight inauthentic accounts. Musk tweeted, "Seems like Twitter should welcome external validation if their claims are true, and how do advertisers know what they're getting for their money?" Musk says a viable deal at a lower price would not be out of the question. The latest exchange bolsters theories that he either wants a cheaper price or to get out of the deal altogether. I'm Jennifer King.
Ahead of the possibilities that Roe v. Wade will be overturned by the U.S. Supreme Court, a Long Island lawmaker is proposing a bill that would help people travel to New York for abortion services and additionally would provide funding for low-income people. And the bill turns the tables on a Texas abortion law. State Assembly member Charles Levine explains.
Will provide transportation and treatment to women in need. It will also provide that anyone in New York who wants can institute a lawsuit against anyone who obstructs or impedes a woman's right to health care.
The bill is named after Geraldine Santoro, a 29-year-old Connecticut woman who bled to death after an unsafe abortion when the procedure was illegal in 1964. Starbucks is the latest company to say it will pay for employees to travel to other states if they need an abortion or gender-affirming surgery. Employees enrolled in the company's insurance plan will be eligible for reimbursement of travel costs if those services are not available within 100 miles of their home. The next time you're at a Yankee game and you don't want to wait online for a hot dog, you can have it waiting for you. For pickup, Uber rolling out Ubereats at stadiums across the country. That includes Yankee Stadium. You'll see the feature displayed in your app. You enter your seat location. You'll see the closest concession stands and the wait times. Once an order is ready, you just walk up to the stand,